I've learned to love myself, and I've learned to love that my community deserves love and respect and admiration for being the survivors that they are. The only recourse we have is to organize and take the streets. I realize that everybody has trauma, but our trauma comes solely based on our gender and who we are. We could be walking down the street and minding our own business, and somebody attacks us solely based on the fact that we're transgender. There is no such thing as re-entry, because we're entering a society that has always told us that we have no value or worth. The trauma that a trans person goes through walking inside the door is unbelievable. The way that we're treated and the way that we are locked up, and how they put the handcuffs on us extra tight, and how they often tell us all kind of crazy shit that I don't even care to repeat.
We are often kicked out of our homes for who we are. We're often kicked out of schools for who we are. We often end up having to engage in survival, like survival economies, to because we can't get jobs. So that oftentimes looks like stealing and oftentimes sex work.
Literally all of our folks are dealing with vast amounts of trauma and violence on a daily basis. And so how do we address those things when we're trying to move this work, when we're trying to be in community with one another? TGIJP is the only organization doing trans justice work specifically for formerly incarcerated and incarcerated low-income transgender people. Now you got the state trying to mandate trans-specific prisons so that they can provide more safety for trans people, right? When in reality that we know that that's just a strategy for them to continue funneling more trans people into the prison system. Funding trans justice work is like the hot thing right now. We got to recognize that there are a lot of funders and foundations with a priority to meet their own reporting requirements, right? And a lot of times exploiting us, it looks good for them. Of course, in the moment, we have to take advantage of that opportunity, but at the same time, it creates this constant feeling of kind of being on edge, because we don't know how long these funds are going to last.